Alright, well kids, we are back for my tutorial series, and this one is going to be on working on breakdown and build up. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to start working on breakdown, putting some more of FX in here, and some automation clips and stuff, and some cut-off automations, and working on we'll build up here to a drop. And so first of all, what I need to do is we'll just make a little bit of space for these. Obviously I'm holding shift and I'm just using the wheel on my mouse just to move them down and up. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a little bit of space for them. And I like to put my automations right underneath stuff that I'm working on and that as well, like, so just keeps everything in order, like I said before. Right, so first of all, what we need to do here is we need to work on this bit where we're dropping in and then so on. Right.
Set me on fire. You can watch me burn tonight. Can't put me out, I'll only burn bright. So turn away, cover your eyes. Cause you can hit me with everything you got, but I won't stumble, no, I won't ever stop. The revolution, can you hear the sound tonight?
Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to add we'll add that the uplifter, we'll add that in there as well, and that in there as well. Right, so we'll see what that sounds like so far. But like I say, we need to do automation as well on these bits, so we need to bring the orchestral pads in as well. So I'm going to paste them there, and now we're gonna, first things first, we'll get with base pad automation in there. Obviously this base pad though, this should go all the way right the way along like that. Nice long breakdown and build up. And then right, so first things first, open the mixer, we'll go right to our base pads, and on here we're just gonna, at the bottom slot, we're just gonna add one knob filter. This is by Waves, so this is a Waves plugin and it's called One Knob. These are this is what I've used. I swear by them all. I've used them for a long time and that now. You can use Fruity filter and stuff like that, but this is what I use. I'm showing you everything what I use at the end of the day. This is what the tutorial is about. So all I'll do here is I'll just move this little knob a bit, and then I'll go up to tools up here and then go to last tweaked and then create more automation clip. So there we go, there's our automation clip. I'll pull that under there and we'll just leave that for now. We don't need to do anything with that just yet, but I'll label it as well. So we'll call that base pads filter, and I don't colour them on out either. I just leave them blank like that, and all the filters anyway. So right, and I don't lock the content either. Just leave them freely to move about, do whatever. Right, so we've done that. We've got that one in. So next one, we want the orchestral pads one. So open the mixer, and you can't do these on the bus and that really, but like I prefer to do them separately, mainly because having two sets of pads and that way you can automate like both of them like a lot differently, like to each other, you know what I mean? So right, first of all, orchestral pads, same again, filter, little movement there, and last tweaked, create automation clip, and so there it is there. So we'll just bring that down there, and then we'll call that filter, and this is where we're going to bring this in. Obviously you don't want it coming straight in like this. I mean you can, but to me I think the transition is going to sound a bit better just like this.
Set me on fire. You can watch me burn tonight. Can't put me out, I'll only burn bright. So turn away, cover your eyes.
Yeah, way better. So now what we need to do with this one is we'll just automate that down. Right at the very last minute bit there, before it drops into this bit, the next transition of your build. So like I say, this is your full breakdown bit here, and obviously now this bit here is your build. So we're going to be going with that. So right, next is the pads filter. So once again we'll open this up and pads filter and toggle there, last tweaked, create automation clip, and there it is. We'll put that down underneath there. We'll call that pads filter, strings filter, whatever you want to call it. Right, that's that one done. So this one, see, if you've noticed as well, like I don't even bother with that one. I just let that one come in with this, and then same again with this as well. We'll just pull that one out, and then we'll see what it sounds like as it comes out into this bit. Right now, for me, that is perfect. I'm not sure about that being there though. I think what I might do here, right, is zoom in. I think I might just put that there like that. So make a little double kick bit.
Can you hear the sound tonight? You were rising up now. We'll rise from the ashes so strong. We'll fall in ocean. Can you hear the sound now? We'll rise tonight. You were rising up now. We'll rise from the ashes.
Yeah, better off having that the reverse symbol out of there. Really, I would say it just makes a bit more room for that FX kick to come in there first. Then you've got your second one which comes on the beat. So right, now what we need is to work on this bit. Now this is the bit where it gets more exciting. Gets more exciting for me anyway, like. So what we need to do now, we need to get a cut off in for this one, but I'm not going to start straight off with a full on. So what I'm going to do from here with lead, so we're literally into we're build up for like inward breakdown now. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna click on there. I'm gonna make this one unique. And then all we're going to do with this is we're just going to take all the bottom notes away. So all these bottom notes are going to be deleted. So I've selected all them. So hold control in. Just if you hover over the piano, like the piano bits on the side here where the white and black keys are, then it'll select like right the way across the whole piano roll itself. So we'll take all them notes selected, and then we're just going to press delete on the keyboard, and that will delete all of them like that. And then you're just left with the melody notes. So this is how it's going to sound just with the melody notes coming in first.
We'll rise from the ashes so strong. We'll fall and it will be hands on the air. Lay down in the dirt for so long, it's time. We're rising up now. All the hearts.
Yeah, sounding good. But not just that as well though. We need to bring up the channel rack. So we're on the plug there. Click that, and like I say, usually I have it around about 34 on the filter cutoff throughout sort of thing, but that's like my main point of it. I don't have it wide open or right the way down or whatever. That's my main point, 34. But when I do that, so obviously I've moved that. So same thing again, tools, last tweaked, create automation clip, and then we'll put that underneath there. Right, so this is it coming in. And then what we're going to do is label that. So we'll call that look cut off. And then do I want it to come in at the end? I'm thinking about opening the cut off as it comes up. We'll get there anyway, right? So now what I need to do is I need to go back onto my mixer. Because I'm going to do obviously in the plug bus, I'm going to open another one knob filter, and same again, last tweak, create automation. So that one will go under there. So basically we've got a plug cut off and we've got a filter as well. This is mainly, so I mean I could just use the cut off, but I think, you know how I said I've got my main point of me cut off, which is like 34. If I can keep that where it is and then just filter it out instead and filter it in and that, you know what I mean? It all depends how you want to use it and that, to be honest, but you'll get what I mean as I'm going along. Right, so that's them in now. Now we just need to do the main lead ones as well. So we're clicking on right. So now we just need to go on to our main leads. So first main one. That one is, like I say, I usually have this one at about 85, 84, something like that. The cut off. And then we're just going to do the same again. Tools, last tweaked, create automation clip, and then that one can go there, and then we'll just call that one main lead cut off. Pretty spelling it out. Right. Next we need to go back to the channel rack again. So if you just open that, and next one, so your next layer of your leads, open that one, and usually I do this one at about roughly about 80 or something, the cut off on this one. I don't open it all the way up, because it's a bit hissy when you open it right away. So I try and hold back on it a little bit. Same again, last tweaked, create automation clip. Oops, shit. And there we'll have it again. So this will be your main lead cut, main lead cut off 2. And same again, back on there, we need to be back onto here. So we're going on this one now, on your 3rd layer. And the cut off on this one is literally as far as it'll go, wide open. So move that. Tools. Last tweaked. Create automation clip. Same again. Put that under there. And then now we've got all the cut-offs. We've got each individual cut-off for each VST plugin, for each layer of the sound. So this one will be main lead cut off 3. Right. So that's all we're lead cut offs. Now we still need, like, for obvious reasons, like I said before, we'll go to the main lead bus and we'll just add a filter as well to use, instead, so we're not just relying on just the cut-offs within the VST plugin itself. Same again, and there's where that's our lead bus filter. Right, so we've got most of our automations what we need there right now. And right, so basically this is where our drop's gonna be coming in here. So we'll just stick some crashes there, the usuals. I mean, like I say, you can mess about with them, do bit fancy fucking bits or whatever with them, you know what I mean? But just this is just so I know exactly where we're gonna hit the drop in anyway. And then so from there we need a nice FX kick in there as well, and I think we'll go for that. Right, we'll see what this sounds like now. Right, you know how I said about this being like only 33, 34, whatever. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna just bring that so it's a little bit more presence. Right, so we'll try this anyway, see what this is like. That sounds pretty good to me there. Right. I think maybe high. No, we'll not put any of that in there. You've got to be very careful when you're putting all this stuff in and that. You don't want things to overpower other things and that, you know what I mean? So, right, well, here we want that coming down, obviously, for your build up a snare and that. So obviously the bass pad's coming down there, and you're same with these, you want these coming down and that as well. So we've got like a big high euphoric bit there, and then we want it to start coming down ready for the drop, you know what I mean, for that transition. So Let's say this one is 80. Stuff it. We'll stick with 87 and drop that down. And same with here. This one is 83, so we'll stick with 83, and we want to drop that down as well. And then the cut off with this as well, same again. We want them all, we want it all dropping down, and then the same with this. Look as well. That's about 10% or something. Right, now we'll have a little listen to this and see what this sounds like, and we'll just get these automations right. See, now that sounds pretty alright to me, like that. So we're going to stick with that for now. I'm going to put that in there as well, though, so it's got a little bit of a, yeah, like I say, I kind of switch between them and that. It's crazy, like me little ways of doing things and that, but this is how I do it. Like I say, I'm showing you exactly how I do a tracking anyway. Right, so next up we need a good strong snare build and maybe a riser or something to stick behind that, like a synth riser. So I think I'm gonna go with, we're going in the Vec packs there. Everyone's got Vec packs. Oh, not filled with drums. Sure, there's some in here. Loops. Need a nice snare build, like don't want to make, I just want to chuck a one in, basically. That's all I want. A nice build. Oops, no. Looking at FX in here. No, there's none in there, is there? I tell you where there is some decent ones, actually. Sure, there's a couple of decent ones at Steve's packs and that. What I've used before. Effects, build-ups. Sounds as well, we're looking for them. No, it's small, that one. I tend to try and find the 8-bar ones anyway. Right, I'll bring up sampler and we'll just drop that in there. Right, we'll see what this one sounds like in with the mix. We set the volume there. Right, so we're going to set this one on there. So snare build, we'll just put that, say, I don't know, roughly about there. Same again with this. I'm going to merge that to 50% mono, and we'll just see what it sounds like in the mix. Bring it in. That doesn't sound right at all. It needs stretched. should be right there. And obviously, because we've stretched it, we want to bring it back to its original sound, so we'll auto, and then normalize it as well. Bring the volume back up to it. That doesn't sound right to me. I don't like it. I'm taking it out. We'll go back on here and we'll try this. Try out. Right, now that sounds alright to me, so I'm pretty happy with that. It was just a quick easy find, and then we'll rename that as snare build. Right, snare roll, we need to lock that content as well. Right, so oh shit, we'll rename that as well. Build, and I'm not gonna bother with any EQ with that just for now. I'm just gonna come back to it, sort of thing, because that, to be fair, it sounds alright. I mean, Steve, a lot of stuff that Steve's done, I think he's processed them pretty well on that in any way. And that sounds like it's got like a bit of a riser sound in there as well, so I'm not even going to bother sticking a riser in here. Sounds pretty good how it is. Could maybe put right, so this is where, right, so basically we've done the whole we've done this whole bit to the drop and that there now. So now we're just going to listen back through from the start here. We'll listen through it and see where we're at from there.
Set me on fire. You can watch me burn tonight. Can't put me out, I only burn bright. So turn away, cover your eyes. Cause you gave me with everything you got. But I won't stumble, no, I won't ever stop. The revolution, can you hear the sound tonight? Yeah, we're rising up now. We'll rise from the ashes so strong. We'll fall and it will be here till the end. It's down in the dirt for so long, it's time. We're rising up now. All the hard times I know you've been through. And when we're down, every time we come back again. Things are changing for me and for you. It's time. We're rising up tonight.
And that's where the drop will go in. So that's it for the end of this tutorial. That is, we're breakdown and we're build up done, ready to get in on the drop with some bass, with some bassline sounds, with a nice old donk. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.